Today we're going to make some Chinese sticky rice, so we're going to be looking to grab some seaweed and whatever else we can find. But first, let's check to see how the yield of sea urchin is. I assume not good, but you know, it doesn't hurt to look. It's pretty good sized. We're first gonna just cut out its teeth. And now we're gonna split it right in half. Well, it doesn't look like the yield is too great in this urchin. Ooh. It's hungry hippos.
How was it?
It actually doesn't taste too bad, but let's probably just grab some other stuff. Gonna grab some kombu. Be sure to watch the ocean. Be careful of the tides coming through. This one looks like it's nice and long. Oh, we have some turban snails too. Grab some of these too. 2 for 1 meal. Today we're going to be making Zhong, also known as glutinous rice dumplings, bamboo sticky rice. It has a ton of names, but our spin on it today is we're going to use the seafood that we freshly foraged.
So before we went out, I just put some of this sweet rice, also called glutinous rice, in a bowl with some water and let it soak while we were out. So we're actually gonna put this over the stove now in the little bamboo steamer, and we're gonna line it with some of the wakame we got earlier to help impart some of the flavor into the rice as well as prevent it from going into the little holes at the bottom. I just drained out the water and I'm gonna scoop it into the steamer. And I'm just gonna poke some little holes with my finger just to make sure that it all evenly steams. And now I'm gonna put it over the stove. While the rice is steaming, we're gonna cook up some of these shiitake. It's been about 20 minutes or so, and we're just gonna check on the rice.
So we have the mussels that we foraged, and we also have the turban snails that we're gonna be using. Now I'm just gonna throw them into the water and we're gonna parboil them just under a complete boil. And we can stop the cooking process when they've just started to open up. The mussels and snails are all cooked, and now we're just gonna remove them from their shells. We're gonna go ahead and keep every part of the mussel, including the mussel that actually attaches itself to the shell and keeps it closed. To remove the snails, we're gonna be using a small sewing needle.
While we're cleaning the mussels, we steamed the Chinese style sausage for 10 minutes and it's done now. So now that everything's prepped, we have the mussels, the Chinese sausage, the snails, the mushrooms, and the rice, and banana leaf. Sometimes people use lotus leaves, but this is all we can find at our local Chinese supermarket. And now we're gonna be assembling it. So first I'm just gonna get a small layer for the bottom of the rice and putting it sort of towards the center. And we're gonna wrap it up similar to a burrito. So you just kind of want to do it the same way, something kind of rectangular. Now we're gonna add our filling. I'm just gonna grab a couple pieces of everything and kind of place them in the center. Next, we're gonna cover everything with the rest of the rice. After that, we're gonna roll it up by folding this part down and then these two sides over into the center. Basically kind of like how you would for a burrito. And then we're just gonna roll it all up. And that's basically it. Usually people have like string to tie it up, but we don't, so that's okay. The weight of the rice will hold it down while it's steaming.
What I'm gonna do now is take the kombu that we foraged the other day, and we're gonna make kind of like a seaweed chip, and we're gonna crush it all up, and it's gonna act like a seasoning for our zhongzi. So this is the kombu, and I'm rehydrating it pretty simply, just throwing in water into the pan with the kombu at low to medium heat. I cut the rehydrated kombu into smaller pieces just so it'd be a little easier to handle when we're frying it in this hot canola oil. Have all the kombu laid out, and I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that Hawaiian smoked onion salt on it to flavor it. So what I'm gonna do now is just put them a little closer together. I'm gonna put a paper towel on them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and crush it into small pieces. So after crushing it, we have a ton of these little tiny pieces. Just kind of act almost like a coating or almost like a breadcrumb. Oh, that looks perfect. Okay, let's try out this Chinese sticky rice dumpling that we have.
Okay.
It's the first time we've ever homemade it.
Yeah.
So let's cut it down the middle. Surprise, surprise, it's all rice. Okay, so now you do see some of that. You see some of that lobster.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mushroom, right? Yeah.
It's like a little hot pocket.
Yeah. It's a little Asian hot pocket.
You want to put some of the kombu flakes on?
Yeah, so this is the dried kombu flakes from earlier. Just a little extra seasoning in case you wanted it, but it's like a little chip. And I got one of the mussels. It's really good.
Like now that I dug into the center, I definitely taste the seafood.
For sure. And the snails are so small. Next time, if we make this again, we could probably put in a ton more.
Yeah. I will say though, I don't think the wakame really added too much flavor when I was steaming it. I think it got kind of hidden by the lobster, so maybe I should have not put it in. I'm not sure.
It's one of those things that doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Like I definitely do taste a little bit of like salty brininess in the rice, but it's not very apparent. It's very like mild.
Yeah. I also really like the seasoning, even though like it's kind of really unrelated to this dish. But like I could see us using it on different things.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what, but
Would you make this again?
I think I would, just because a lot of it's pretty hands-off. It's just a lot of like steaming and stuff like that. So it's not like a ton of active like cooking that you have to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you like this kind of stuff, like if you like it at dim sum or making it at home, I think it totally doesn't hurt to like add in a little extra seafood.
I definitely would make this again. I think if I had time to prepare ahead of time, just because you have to soak the rice, and even though things are very passive, it is very time intensive. I think in total this probably took like 5 hours to make.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't have a lot of time, definitely just get it at dim sum if you're going to dim sum. But yeah, definitely would make it again.
Yeah, it's a little kind of like an Asian kind of crock pot dish, kind of set it and forget it.
Yeah.
But you can't like make it on a whim at all. So if you want to see the recipe on how we made this, then you can find it in the description box below. And if you like this video, you can like it and subscribe to our channel.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.